The deepest desire in human nature is the desire to feel important. That's why praise and reward work, and they work particularly well with very young children. Of course, it's not always the size of reward that matters, it's how you give it. I can give you a star and make you feel like a king. I can give you 20 quid and make you feel utterly worthless. So before we look at what we give, I think it's important to take a moment to consider how we give that. Many children love praise in public. It makes them feel pride. It puts them at the top of their peer group. They love the applause. They love coming up to the front to receiving their prize. They love the adulation of certificates and stickers. And some children don't like it in public. They love the reward. They just don't want to be coming up to the front and getting their certificate. They want a quiet word. They want their praise and reinforcement in private. And if we understand which children prefer which methods, we can start to reward behaviour much better than sort of scattering stickers amongst the group. So, what do we use? Lots of you use stampers. Perhaps not on the hand, but perhaps on the work or on a label. This one's a first-class stamp. Perhaps you use little medals to hang around the neck, not for the whole day, but maybe that changes from hour to hour or activity to activity. You can do the same thing, of course, with anything, just holding a casino chip or something tactile. It seems like nothing, but you can build it up to be extremely important. It's not what you give, it's the way you give it, and the pleasure they get from having it, from holding it. Things that are tactile seem to work really well. Of course, there are prizes and rubbers and badges, but very often what the child wants is something to take home. A note written on a post-it note that's given to mum on the way out, or the extra line that's written on a piece of paper or drawing that they've done that communicates with home. In fact, a lot of the certificates that children get towards the end of the term seem a long way away. Positive notes, short notes to parents that they can stick on the fridge that talk about how well they've done, have a huge impact on the home. They really make a difference on a Friday evening when the child comes home with a certificate that says, look, I'm doing really well. So there's the reward that you offer in the room with the group, but there's also the connection between what happens at the nursery and what happens at home. And it's that connection that has most long-term impact. Just think for a moment. When was the last time you spoke to mum about something outstanding that had happened that day? More than that, when was the last time you wrote that down and gave it to mum so she could show her friends, she could show the rest of the family, the siblings, and have something to be really proud of? In the next few weeks, try out some rewards with the children. Try out some rewards that you can connect between the nursery and the home, and see if you can start to make a difference with those families who seem slightly disengaged. See if you can bring them in a little more and count on their support more often.